Actually, the people who live here have a worse opinion than the people who don't live here. She's going to fix it for you about games.
Toys! Let's talk about toys! I'm the only one that's going to use my nose tonight. It's too much to remember here. I work 2 jobs. What can I say? All right. Here's the deal. Hang on tight because we're going to take a ride through 150 years of Cincinnati toy history. Ray Lohr was born here in 1912, attended Xavier University, spent 37 years at Mark's Toy Company in Erie, Pennsylvania, where his accomplishments include hundreds of mechanical patents and these 2 classics. These guys saved their dying soap biz in the 20s by selling wallpaper cleaner, a household staple in the days of dirty coal heat. When demand fell off in the 50s, a friend of the family, she was a teacher, she discovered this made a good modeling clay for her students, and the rest is toy history. The driving force on the design team that invented the Nerf ball was a UC DAP alum. Early Nerf advertisements said, you can throw it indoors, you can't damage lamps or break windows, and you won't hurt babies or old people. With over 150 million sold, Uno is the best-selling card game of all time, worldwide, period. It was invented by a neighborhood barber named Merle Robbins right here in Reading, Ohio. And I'm here tonight because I'm the founder of the Cincinnati Game and Toy Industry Professionals Group. We're 100 members strong, and we represent professionals here in Cincinnati who work in every capacity of the global industry. So here's how I got into toys. That's my husband Jeff up there playing Uno in the mid-70s. He was one of the first kids to play test Uno before the world got their hands on it. That experience inspired him to go for it later when he came up with the idea for our game. Okay, so we can't talk about toys without talking about Kenner here in Cincinnati. For over 50 years, they were toys here. In the mid-70s, they were hitting their full stride with over 1,000 workers. They were the 2nd largest manufacturer, and they sold 50 million toys a year. Okay, so Easy Bake Oven. It looked like a miniature 1960s kitchen stove when they first came out with it. The original light bulb cooking idea hasn't changed, but the outer appearance has morphed 11 times. Stretch Armstrong, filled with corn syrup, by the way. I'm sure a few of you guys had that toy. $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman, all mid-70s Kenner hits. But on the horizon, a new product line was about to emerge from Kenner. Let me just put it to you this way. All the Star Wars toys from 1977 to 1985 were made right here in Cincinnati. All of them. So Hasbro bought Kenner in 91, made a lot of toys here through the 90s, and then they closed the doors in Cincinnati in 2000. That was kind of sad. And the Kenner era is beyond compare when it comes to sheer volume and brought decades of notoriety to the city. But I got to tell you, Cincinnati toy innovation predates Kenner by nearly 80 years. Modifying a centuries-old toy concept, these guys set the precedent for using patents to provide design improvements made to existing products. And this guy's gliding innovation scored a safety breakthrough, keeping horse and rider from going head over heels, not to mention scratching floors, bumping furniture, and squashing little fingers and toes. Okay, so French Bagatelle is a tabletop game similar to pool. Montague Redgrave made them right here in Cincinnati and replaced the traditional cue stick with his patented spring-loaded plunger, setting the stage for pinball as we know it today. U.S. Playing Card Company has been making the world's best quality playing cards right here since 1981. They sell more than 100 million decks a year, including 20 million to casinos all over the world. I know we've got some U.S. playing card people here in the audience. Carlisle and Finch created the first electric toy train right here in Cincinnati, 1896, before Lionel. World War II forced them away from toys to make searchlights for the military. Today, they're still here. Their searchlights are the industry standard. And our bumpy ride wouldn't be complete without the Cozy Coupe. I bet you guys had one of those when you were a kid, didn't you? Yeah, you did. By the early 90s, it was the best-selling car in North America, outselling the Ford Taurus, the Toyota Camry, and the Honda Accord. All right, so in the last 10 years, Cincinnati toy makers are still doing it. We've been recognized with toy industry's highest honor, the Toady Award, twice, these guys. Former Kenner veterans and independent toy inventors continue to produce award-winning products here for global brands and local startups. Cincinnatians tend to be modest when it comes to many of our accomplishments, but our Cincinnati toy and game heritage is and continues to be extraordinary. Thank you.